Like now. Sorry about that, the NVIDIA RTX voice is very picky, so if I connect or disconnect something, it will pretty much always go out. So it's in now. Question is, can we actually hear game? Well, no, that's soon enough. Let's switch into the game cam. Here that is. And bring Pretzel up a little bit here and see if we hear the game. Yeah, we do. At least I do. You can hear the working sound, so game audio is probably okay. Now, we had just entered this town of Wildabar when we signed off last time, and we hadn't really finished mapping the outside. It's a question of in which order we do this. Potentially, we could finish off the town first. And then go back outside. Might as well do that. You'll find I stock the finest killing devices available. Quite a selection, yes. Do you wish to look around? Yes, yes. Potentially, I should hike back to the first town and deposit some of this gold. I have a lot of gold on us at the moment. Let's visit the battlements here. See here. A reward offered for the return of neutral artifacts. Inquire in Castle Blood Rain. Okay. That explains some things. We already found these artifacts. Tried returning them to the first castle. Yeah. And I was very surprised that they didn't want to accept our artifacts, but apparently there are artifacts of good, neutral and evil split among the castles. Yeah, I've been watching Amy West most of the evening as well. Let's no, let's not. Let's find out what the call sign for this town is, so we can come back here. It's probably written here somewhere. The guild is here. I'm sort of interested in seeing some spell prices. More ninjas. No, this is Wildabar. That's where we ended last stream. It's on the second isle, the one that is basically south of the first one. It's a tiny little isle down at the bottom of the map. On the south side. This is in fact the third town. Yeah. Aren't you changing the clock tonight? So after this stream you'll gain an hour. This is the temple. Okay. Mad dwarves. Not as tough as they look. Dark way. So, a note here on the wall. Tumult, the king chaotic, seeks ultimate power orbs. Considerable compensation will be given. Write that down. Well, we sort of already know this. More ninjas. Down with the ninjas. Desk here. This is Brother Gamma. Greetings. I have been expecting you, but I fear I may be of little service. Beta told me of your search, and I can add that the name of the place where the shells are hidden is Rainbow Island. Okay, wrong game. But nothing more. Maybe my other brother Delta can lead you to the island shores. I will send him word of your coming. Gamma bends down and whispers into the pink ear of a barrel mouse. The little grey mouse then disappears into a crack in the wall. Because of a slight misunderstanding with the local ninja clan, he lies in hiding in a cavern below this town. Find him and he may be of help. Now take this trinket and search for my brother. Ah yes, another one of these Quatlu coins. They are useful. We can use them to add to our skills. This is the ninja cult. Oh my. I had a few of these assholes here. And a pretty tough looking what I assume is a no. The Cyclops guy is pretty much unbeatable, at least at our current stage. We tried pretty much every reasonable way of beating him and did not get anywhere, so we decided to back out. I'm sure we will be able to complete it later in the game. Get away from me, ninja. Was hoping we could escape out of here. Quite a few of these guys. And we are running low on hit points, to say the least. We do have a power cure spell, but we can only really use it once, or we could potentially use the cure wounds spell more than once. Let's see. Yeah, this Sonic guy looks pretty pathetic. I'm not actually casting the cure wound spell. We seem to have left it accidentally on cure poison, which of course does absolutely nothing of value for us at this stage. Let's cast a firebolt spell here. We need to get rid of these guys before we end up dead. I don't know how many of them are actually left at this stage. We find 890 gold. Do seem to have completed all of them despite being badly rested and low on hit points. I guess that's good. A cloth sack, yes. Lots and lots of gold. And some gems as well. Oops, did not mean to do that. A cure poison skull. I think we already have 2 of them. And a little bit of gold. A cure disease skull. One that we already have. And a little bit of gold. That's good. Not much in the way of secret areas here. Yeah, here's the portal password. Since the days, the ways of magic began, was this portal known to be Riemann. That's good to know. And we can get here using the teleport. Yes, we've done a full circle here. Left this bit. More of these dwarves. Showman's Magicarium. Suppose this is the way to buy access to the guild. Decent reward for killing these dwarves. Aaron the Sailor. Here's probably the cavern. And battle training. Tough buddy is the best armor. For 200 gold I will teach you the ways of making yourself more stout and harder to kill. Sounds like a bargain to me. I don't really care what it does. We're getting a decent rise in hit points by doing this. Very welcome for a very low price. Rough places, Wildabar, 500 gold. You give me a master of arms, I make you. Yeah, potentially that's a good idea. I wonder how many skills we can actually have. Quite a few, apparently. Apparently be a pretty decently long list. Sort of wondering what this does for us. It's not terribly expensive either way. If we can have near indefinite skills, then at least use it on the first 4. Yeah, having the added hit points is valuable to everyone. Being an arms master is perhaps not that valuable except to the melee fighters at the front. Place 3000 gold on the north pointer of my enchanted compass, and a navigator you will become. I suppose so. I'll have 2 of them, since we are adding to the skills anyway. I need to buy access to the guild. Need that for all 4 magical casters. I'm pretty much done with this town here. Not completely, but close. Oh, this is the only remaining door, labeled Dark Way. Yeah. Plenty of fun to be had in here. Yeah, the dwarf is actually pretty big. But they are at least they look very mad, so there's that. All of these socks. No one can read the scroll and it crumbles. Actually, that's bad. Items here. Same with this scroll. Okay, fine. Pretty much completed this town of Wildabar here. Obviously not the cavern. We should go visit the blacksmith. And the tavern, at least before heading down to the cavern. Yeah. Hello there, Longshanks. Welcome to the stream. Our round table is closed. The armory is not. I've been good. Yourself? Much a useless home here. Potentially these boots are okay. This crossbow might also be of some use. This belt as well. Let's see. Wearing, which boots are we wearing here? Steel boots. Okay. Leather boots. Those are crap. Let's remove them and replace them with the steel ones. It's a good upgrade. Which belt are we wearing? Amber belt. Which belt is he wearing? Lapis belt. Which belt is he wearing? A silver one. Very good. Potentially. Yeah, it's very good. Sell off some things here. Thing here. Sell these leather boots. Not worth very much, but it's useless being stuck with them. Sell this cutlass. Give this to the sorcerer. We'll sell this bow. Use the crossbow instead. It's worth far more. Better weapon. Okay. Let's That's this part done. What time is it? It's 2:45. Let's use the teleport. Wherever it actually was. Around here somewhere. Where was the teleport? Where did we... Yeah. No laser gun so far. Distinct lack of one. Definitely not here. There it is. Sorry, let's go here. Yes, home. Head over to Fountainhead. Hello there, Gleeser. Welcome to the stream. We haven't really done very much so far. We explored the town of Wildabar a little. Just about to deposit some gold here. Potentially not a good idea to be carrying all of these gems and gold around. We'll deposit them at the bank. And now we'll use the teleport to get back. Free man entering Wildabar. Okay, let's save here. This was the armory. That means this is the tavern. What time is it? It's 5:48. Yes. Rumors. There's a witch's brewery in the cavern below this town. Let's write this down. Not all of the rumors are useful. And they are just things that we actually already know. We'll have a drink, tip. Some food lasts longer than other food. That is interesting. A character with high speed will strike the monsters first. Yeah, this we know. An accurate blow is a deadly blow. This we also know. At higher experience levels you gain multiple attacks. This we also know. An arms master will hit his target easier. Good thing that we made pretty much all of them arms masters then. Navigators never get lost. Yeah. That's useful when you're out at sea. Having this pretty silly skill limit removed is pretty good for us right now. Makes the game so much easier. Almost feels like we're cheating, except not. Oh, where was the extension to the cavern? It was here somewhere. This is potentially deliberately confusing little area here. Here it is. I know we need a rope to climb down. Let's use the create rope spell. Yes, enter the caverns, entering Wildabar Cavern. Might as well get this town over and done with. If we actually forget to buy the food, that's particularly funny because we only went into the tavern to get the food. It's hilarious that we actually forgot the one thing that we were there to do. We just had a few drinks and listened to the rumors and then went back. Fine. We'll head back. Yeah. Food. 15 days. Okay. That's a decently good amount of food. The food that we were buying in the first town only lasted us for 6 days, so now we can actually carry 270 units of food. It's quite a bit more. Oh, that's potentially very useful. This is a good place to go and buy food then. I know we need a rope. Yes. Light. Camera. Face head. He seems to be out of phase. An ogre, we've met these guys before. And we're back to the barrels. Abandoned cask of witch's brew. Now let's save. This is useful to us. We might want to pick another character. Yes. Okay. This is not something we want to waste on the sorcerer. Let's load. Yeah. Gigantic might. That's useful. Bosh. Take that, ogre. Okay, just double checking there wasn't a hidden level there. Another one of these face heads. I'm sure they are actually capable of doing a lot of damage, but they haven't actually been able to hit us yet. What did they actually do? We're confused. Pool lever, ogre kill, have a nice day. Pull the lever, yes, of course. Going into battle with a bunch of ogres. That was nasty. That was quite nasty. Resting again. Probably heading for a fight. Save again here before we check what's in this barrel. Acid. Took quite the dip. Acid again. He's pretty much Sid Barrett at this point. More acid. Rest. Okay. Unload. Understanding and wisdom, they said. We'll split the asset a little bit now. Left one character in the party. Hog all the acid. Seems unfair. Plus we need the topmost characters to be okay so we can bash in the door. I'm not entirely certain whether this is a clerical or a sorcerer value, but I'm fairly sure it's clerical. Understanding and wisdom. Did we raise our personality here, or did we raise our intelligence? Which is it? Let's load and find out. Personality is 25. Intelligence is 17. Okay, so this is intelligence, so it belongs to the sorcerer and not the cleric. Good to be absolutely sure. Intelligence here is 37, it will be raised to 42. Yeah. That's pretty good. More acid. We should probably rest at some point. You feel stout like never before. Let's load the game. This is potentially not the character we want to have the added endurance. Let's see what the status is. Check the characters here. Endurance is 18, 24, 20, 26, 29 and 23. Yeah. Night is due. He'll be raised to 23. Save here. Going all in with the levers. Nothing here. Ouch. It's not good to be fighting this guy on top of the it. We have become a more charming individual. Okay. It's not good. Let's load. Well, it's good, but it's not the right character. That would be the cleric. We've done very little, so it's fine. Yeah. Let's use the levitate spell here. We're here anyway. One character. Right character. Not gonna dismiss anybody. Just push the wrong button. We are getting pretty proficient at fighting. These lower level monsters don't really stand much of a chance against us at this point. We're hacking them to pieces. Oh, my personality has reached 30. which according to the game is amazing. So that's pretty good. I'm not gonna dismiss anybody, I'm just gonna shoot this guy. What are the chances this is acid? Decently high. Totally safe. We have become truer of aim. That's actually very good. This is the character we want to become, truer of aim. He now has 29. Save again. Fortune has smiled upon you. This is also the person we want to be lucky because he's the thief. So it's potentially pretty nice. Let's save again. Now the game is helping us a lot in the early stages with this. Absolutely far more than the second game in any case. Yeah, acid, more acid. My name is Vortavson, Ninja of the Swamptown clan. I was sent to spy on the Wildabar clan, but was discovered and imprisoned in this barrow. I am now in your debt. You will find me at the gatehouse in Wildabar if you ever need my superior fighting skills. So Waterswan is now a hireling at the Wildabar Inn. Potentially useful or out of light. This is actually a pretty big cavern. Yeah, although this game does a much better job of easing you in than the second game, which does in fact not ease you in at all. It's a massive pain in the ass from the get-go. What is with this witch here? Take that. Does feel weird, there's nothing more here. There isn't. Yeah. Yeah, that's potentially true, Gleaser. There is in terms of the first and second game, there is a very little actual change. Pretty much the same game, just with a different set of dungeons. Bunch of ogres here. Essentially, we need to rest a little bit here, recoup some of our hit points. Although we've really been done in more by something other than monsters so far. Curled up in the barrel is a woman wearing robes that bear the marks of a ranger. Thank you for freeing me. My name is Lone Wolf and I was captured by the witches. I think they planned on sending me to their coven in Cursed Cold Cavern, but it is hard to hear through the wood of a barrel. If you ever need use of my ranger abilities, I'll be in the gatehouse in Wildabar. It's the second hireling we've freed so far. In here. That's not to rest and save before we do that. Yeah, not only do they charge you daily, they charge you exuberant prices. But I'm guessing it's like the second game. There were a few hirelings which were very practical to use, and quite a few that definitely were not. So this is endurance again. So where are we on endurance? The lowest member is who? The archer. Let's give him a bout of endurance. Yeah, Mr. Wizard was a pretty nasty guy. I'll have the archer drink the endurance potion here. Bring him up to 30. He sort of needs it. Bring him up to 135 hit points. Cast the light. Save the game. Now there probably will not be a stream on Monday. I'm hopefully going to my friend's place to try to continue debugging the Amiga. Take that, face head. Yeah, basically a deja vu on the deja vu stream. Five weeks off, that's pretty good, Gleaser. Let's see. There's a message here. Powerful shards sit beneath the crystal mountains. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. More barrels. Let's save. Your body is overcome by quickening. So this is a gain of speed. Definitely need that. Not going to waste this one on the thief. You don't need that, Gleaser, because you're already subscribed, so you can request a game anytime you want. I probably shouldn't tell you that, but you are. Any VIP or sub can request a game at any point. Which I have to play for at least 30 minutes on a subscriber Sunday. So Barbie's Farm is definitely up for grabs. If that's something you're interested in seeing. That is I remember there is a Barbie game for the Commodore 64. It is pretty bad. In fact, it might actually be awful. Are we making the correct choice here? The archer only has 10 speed. And the paladin only has 16. Whereas the knight has 20. This is probably not the right choice. Yeah. There are some that enjoy having streamers do things they are pretty sure they won't enjoy. I've seen people pull that multiple times. This is a huge boost in speed. It's actually absolutely massive. So give it to the archer instead. Yeah, Leisure Shootalari is an interesting game. That's not a boring game though. You will definitely have fun with that game. This is a 10 boost in speed. That's a massive boost. He moves from 10 to 20. So he gets to go first, which is potentially pretty good. He can do quite a bit of damage with the bow, and he can also cast magic. This is a bigger boost than what we've seen before. Those have only been 5. Lots and lots of ogres. There is a streamer that regularly streams during the daytime. Suppose he's probably in another time zone, but she might not be. It's a girl, she's probably in her late 20s or early 20s. A university student. She's been playing a lot of these early adventure games, including the quest games and the Larry games, and she was not having fun all the time while playing the Larry games. They are pretty lewd, and they're not necessarily lewd in such a way that it's offensive. They're just lewd in a way that's almost cringeworthy, and you could sort of see how badly some of the jokes in the games have aged. Some of them are very, very, very bad. They were probably not all that good when the game came out, but they're very bad now. But I had some fun. I saw some of these streams. I had some fun watching her struggle to play these games. Now, what's in this barrel? Save before we open it. But I also do enjoy seeing younger people play these older games. Now this is Delta. Delta sits crouched in the barrel, petting a small grey mouse. My little friend here told me you would be coming. I know of the place you seek, Rainbow Island, but its location is not the final step of your search. It is true the shells are hidden there, but they are kept in a magic portal. Blackwind was a very clever spellbinder, and he crafted a spell that would only release one shell on the same day of every year. The island you seek is the small isle south of Castle Blackwind. Okay, let's write that down. I do not know the date the portal release. This is a shell. I believe my other brother Seta may be able to provide this final answer for you. I will let him know you seek him. Small whitish salamander with red eyes emerges from a silent stream of dark water and slowly crawls through the barrel. Delta leans over to whisper at the creature, then watches as it returns to the flowing water. There is a thin underground stream that connects this cave and Arachnoid Cavern, where you will find Seta. Now take this trinket that it may help you in your quest and lead me to my hiding. Another Quatlu coin. They are quite useful. Yeah, met Alpha, Beta and Gamma, and the answer to one of the riddles in the last cavern was actually Epsilon, so one of them is missing, and that would have been Epsilon. There was a tip somewhere that the sixth brother had gone missing. Take that, ogre. We are pretty much done with this cavern. We'll pull this lever and cast a levitate spell, since I'm pretty sure a pit will appear in front of us. Yeah, potentially that's true. No, not this time around. Python, Python. Monty Pythons. Flying levitation. Does feel like this cavern was actually fairly easy to complete. There were no major obstacles, no very difficult monsters. There's a little message here on the wall which you will write down. The Moo cult is the strongest in the land of the gargoyles. We did defeat the temple of the Ancients of Mu. It was utterly fantastic. Yeah, that was very early in the game. Yeah. You could play some newer stuff as well. Someone on stream, I forget who, was mentioning recently, I think he came to this stream on when we were playing Monkey Island yesterday, and he mentioned he was working on a modern remake of Dungeon Master, which would actually be rather interesting. We've had some fun with that game, but it's pretty tough. Some of the puzzles are borderline impossible to figure out. I'm also fairly sure that the puzzles that are very difficult are optional. Those are usually the ones that reap the greatest rewards as well, so it's extra annoying not to be able to complete them. Yeah, some of these fan-made games are obviously very good. If you're a big enough fan to make a fan-made game and it's actually decent, then chances are you've spent a lot of time making it. It's a labor of love. Okay, this cavern, I think we can safely save this. Cavern is completed. And very little actual damage done to us. Now, where was the guild? That's basically the only thing I want to take a look at in this town. Oh great, we're cursed to hell and back. We're very cursed. We're broken and cursed to hell and back. See what the armory can do for us in terms of that. Definitely. It definitely, yeah, we're not trying to remove anything. We potentially can't fix this either. Yeah, we can. It's bad enough that it's cursed. If it's broken as well, that's probably not good. Yeah, I remember playing Neverwinter Nights with a friend. It's actually pretty great. Potentially we need to go to the temple to take care of these cursed items. Here's the guild. Battlements. Is the tavern. or the inn rather. Where was the temple? It's here. Bloodroot. Yes. Uncurse. Couldn't be simpler. Well, let's take a look at the items that we found here. We really found almost absolutely nothing down there. So we did not actually manage to properly fix all of the items. Smithies is closed. So since it's nighttime, let's visit the guild. Wherever it was. It's here. Yes. Let us enter the chambers of the Falcon's Guild. Falcon's Guild first opened its doors in 282 when the gargoyles were driven from Thorn Blossom Orchard. Shop and compare, you'll come back. Okay, this is interesting. Buy spells. Feeble Mind. Earn the minds of those who fight against themselves and they can no longer take action against you. This is a fairly useless spell, but we'll buy it anyway. Heroism spell is here. That's for the entire party. Mobilize is also here, as is the Cold Ray spell, the Acid Spray, and the Cure Disease. Potentially we can learn some more here as well. Now, it is much more expensive to buy the spells for the secondary spellcaster. So what I'm going to do here is buy them anyway. But don't really need this one. This one we do need. See which spells we could potentially buy here. Yeah, we'll leave them for now. We'll come back when we have a little bit more money. That's enough for now. Spent most of the loot that we gained in the cavern in spells and some of our own money as well, but that's fine. We need to go outside and finish mapping the area here. Let's rest up so we go out fully rested. Didn't we need to repair something? Wasn't there an armor that needed repairing? There was. So visit the smithy here. I think that actually was. Yeah, thanks. We don't have 5,000 gold. Okay, we'll leave it for now. We need to have it fixed though. Now, one of the things that this game does, which the previous games did not, is this broken thing. And that potentially means that wearing very expensive armor or weapons is very expensive in the long run, because you constantly have to repair them. Danger, no fishing, says the sign. We already mapped a little part of this. I sort of sketched the area here around the isles. Again, I will set a default spell here to cure poison. We can basically cure the poison as we go along. Almost all of these here are poisonous, so you might as well just have it on by default. These are fairly easy, but we probably would have finished them off last time, but had gotten pretty late. We just wanted to get to town, finish that off before continuing with the exploration of this little isle here. It's not very big. Tumult's domain, there's the sign. Not much of a domain. Black Rain North, Wildabar East. Yeah. The castle of Black Rain is here, situated in the mountains. Now we found 5,000 gold here. That's enough to actually fix our armor at least, which is good. Something called a rapid glaive. Here is Castle Blood Rain. Write that down. It's in B4, X4, 11, Y11. We won't go in just yet. Let's finish mapping this isle first, but then we might very well have a quick look at the castle. Gold boots, very nice. Crystal Mountains. Wasn't there a mention of the Crystal Mountains earlier? Or something hidden beneath and behind them? It's probably these little treasures we're finding here and there. No bug. Let's see. There's a cavern opening over there. Foul stench rides the draft from the cavern's mouth. This is Arachnoid Cavern. Okay. That's good to know. Where are we? We are in B407. Write that down. We also need to complete that. Back in B3. No, A4. Sorry. Dangerous looking shack made from the thick and thorny branches of the surrounding trees. Step inside, yes. The floor of the hut is covered with glowing and undulating magic mantis larvae. Destroy the quivering pods, yes. Gut-wrenching squish escapes the larvae as you stomp them on the floor of the hut. 25,000 experience. Keep them from respawning here. It's fine, I've had it with these guys. Another of these wells. Resistance to poison is magically increased. That's definitely a one-off, but might have been very useful for us earlier in the game when we didn't have the press and cure poison spells. Keep up grass, says the sign. Take that, spider. And that as well. Shoot him a little bit before he gets here. We will definitely not obey the sign. We will walk on the grass as much as we like. Another well here. A fat lot of good that did us. The Zealot's Bridge. Another of these mantis here. Potentially this is the hut of the spiders. Dangerous looking shack made from the thick and thorny branches of the surrounding trees. Step inside, yes. Heavy branches of thorns fall from the ceiling and rip through the party. Ouch. We find some stuff. We'll take a look at this at the blacksmiths when we get there. Leaving A4. Alrighty then. Leaving E4. Okay, write this down. X5, Y4. Just a portal to E4. Quite a shortcut. Good thing to know. Okay. Funny that all of these spiders are still here. I would think we would have destroyed their hut by now, but let's... actually, we have not. Let's make a quick trip back to town. We need to get our armor repaired. Yes. Probably sell this glaive here. This leather cudgel as well. It's worth 3 gold. Take a look at what we have here. Gold boots, gold glaive. Found an ebony potted armor, some silver gauntlets. A gold cudgel, which we will sell. See about equipping the rest of these. What gauntlets do we have at the moment? Crystal ones. They are potentially pretty useless. Now, the ebony potted armor. To ask yourself, what exactly is better than the coral one? Potentially it is. Castor is at 14. We remove this and equip this instead. Where is he? That's 17. That's quite the improvement. That's a good find. More of these steel boots as well, and the gold ones as well. What boots is he currently wearing? Probably none. Yes, he is. Silver boots, okay. Which boots is he wearing? Leather ones. I would say they are mostly useless. Wear the gold ones instead. He's also wearing leather boots. Pretty useless. Let's at least wear the steel ones. Did that do to our armor class? 21, 29. Okay, Castor at least got a pretty good upgrade of his armor class right now. He went up by 7. It's a 50% hike. Significant. Sell these gauntlets here. We'll sell these. You shouldn't have sold these gauntlets. The robber has worse ones. Sell these leather boots. This padded armor. We have another steel cloak here as well. Wondering what sort of cloak the rest of them are wearing. Is she wearing? In terms of a cloak, she's wearing these amber robes. Silver robes. Iron cape. Quick cape. Eventually nothing. And we have another one here. Yes, we did. Hello. That's a little bit. Every little bit helps. There's this ring as well. Where are we now? 39, 38, 31, 29, 21, 38. It's very good. At least a lot better than we were. Now, question is, do we go to the Arachnoid Cavern first? Or do we want to explore the castle? The Arachnoid one does sound significantly more interesting. The castle is probably fairly tame. Little in the way of actual monsters there. I think we'll head for the Arachnoid one first and then move on with the other one. It's a giant spider. What a way to welcome us to the cavern. And of course another one here. And another one. The hell is that? Looks pretty menacing. That is a toxic worm. He seems to be immune to melee attacks. Well, let us give him a dose of the lightning bolt. And a dose of the energy blast as well. And I think this is actually correct. Quite powerful, this guy. I think we will waste a power cure here. Use the last spell points here. How are we doing? We might want to reconsider this spell. Change it to the energy blast instead. This guy is surprisingly powerful. But he is slowly going down. Finally he goes down. Let's rest a little bit here. Potentially should have cast the cure poison here, but never mind. What's here? Strange humming emanates from the crystal shard. Touch it. You have gained understanding and wisdom. Wasn't expecting that. When they be safe. Probably a while ago. Essentially, after we did the last fix here, we will have to go back. It's just the way it is. It's a little bit annoying, but should have seen this coming. It's not good to waste this on the wrong characters at all. Let's have this fight again. Now we know what we're headed into. Let's be fully restored before we go in here. running out of, as we will, obviously, we're running out of the points. But we will use all of them. Okay. We obviously learned quite a bit from the last fight with this guy. Oh, I wish this list of spells was actually ordered a little bit better than it is. Really annoying that it's not ordered in any particular order at all. Now, let us save. Fairly sure this is meant for Castor or potentially William Tell. Yeah, I think we will waste this one on William Tell. He's only at 16. Let's bring him to 21. Oops. Sent a spell into the void here. Give the secondary spellcasters a little bit of help here as well. The primary ones are already pretty high. Oh, oops. Clicked save twice. What's actually here? You have become a more charming individual. Personality is only 15. Versus now 35. Yeah, but he's at 42, so we'll give this one to the Prime Cleric. I mean, the majestic seat of honor sits on a marble dais. Approach the throne, yes. Throne is unoccupied. Now, who will sit here remains the question now. We are no doubt supposed to return here later. This is 59. So we'll write down the coordinates and return here at a later date. Fairly sure there is more to it than this. This is new. This is a Dino Beetle here. Down it goes. We find nothing. More spiders. Might leave the lightning bolt spell on the sorcerer. Takes me to get some gems for beating these, so not a total waste. little hint here for us. Strike the gongs to summon more vermin from their cubby holes. Sounds like fun. Pick the blue key in the northern catacombs. Another one of these worms here. Fairly sure I see more than one of them actually. Might want to stick with the toxic cloud. And I will definitely switch to the sparks here. We're pretty much out. We'll have to use a cure spell here on the sorcerer. We have to have any way of surviving this. There are now 3 of them. These guys are pretty tough, actually. They are. We're running out of spell points. Annoyingly for us. Yeah, they hit hard and they actually managed to hit quite a few times as well. Ouch. We might not survive this fight with the 3 of them here. It's tough to fight all 3 of them. Nope, we don't. It's the first time we died tonight. And the first time we've actually come close as well. We might have to cast a shield spell. Now, the throne was unoccupied. There's very little actually here. A bunch of these monsters What we do need to do before going in there is rest and recuperate all of our possible spell points. We don't go in there with limited spell points. That's not a good idea at all. And then potentially use the shield spell as well. Reduce the damage done. Although really our main problem at the moment is that they are pretty tough to hit as well. Potentially the Toxic Cloud spell is a good spell actually, because it seems to affect more than one monster at a time. And it doesn't cost a lot of points. Okay, this is basically where we were here. Let's cast the Cure Poison spell. Restore all of our hit and spell points. We're going to need to cast the light. That's about it. Save here. We're going in. And try this one again. Potentially we only want to fight one of them at a time. I'm not sure that's possible. Oh, we have 154. We'll use the lightning bolt here to start, or rather perhaps the energy blast. We'll use that while there's only one of them, and we'll use the spark spell here. And here we'll use the Toxic Cloud spell. And here we'll use the sparks. Now I want to switch to the Toxic Cloud spell, because at least it does damage to two of them and it costs very little to cast. A shield. Shield ourselves to start with. And potentially the archer as well. Let's focus on these. We'll use the last spell points here to cast Cure Wounds. Do we want more power shield? Potentially we do. Might want it for the cleric. That's about it. We'll stop casting it. Scheiße. They do seemingly sometimes manage to hit us very hard. Did a ton of damage. No. That was a wasted turn. Not smart at all. Let's move to the toxic cloud. Or even potentially... Now there are actually 3 of them. Fireball. We can take one of them down. It's a fairly strong move at this point. Move to the spark spell again. We really need to do a lot of damage here. Okay, one of them is dead. A definite plus. We only have 1 round of this left. Now there is only also 1 of them left, but we are running very low. Running very low on actual spell points, and our chances of killing them has gotten very, very slim. Only have 7 spell points left. This is worth a shot. Did not work. We have no spell points left. That is our problem right now. We are probably unable to kill them simply because we don't have any spell points. We came very close, however. Let's try running. Yeah, that was not successful. Let's try this again. Now, one of the problems that we have here is that it's very expensive to waste the spell points on the shield. It didn't seem to do us much good. Let's not do that now. And use the fireball spell on these. That seemed to work pretty well. We won't use it to start with, since there is only 1 of them. Use it as soon as more of them are here. We might also try the heroism spell here, potentially on the robber. See if he's actually able to attack them. Yes, he is, because he seems to have a high enough speed to be able to at least sometimes actually attack them. I think I will use the fireball spell here, even if there are only 2 of them still. Does quite a bit of actual damage. And the spark spell also seems to do damage to at least 2 of them. Does help that the robber is now actually hitting them. And the knight also occasionally. All 3 of them are here now. Going to need to start casting some curing spells here. Starting with the mage. One of them is red at least. Two of them are red. Okay. We are in a better situation than we were last time. It's not perhaps perfect, but we've been worse off in this fight than we are now. Although this was not good at all. Don't think we have any spell points left. No, we don't. That was incredibly unlucky. That was mostly just luck based. We locked out of this one. Losing the sorcerer in the middle of the fight, even if he only had one bout left, was tough. Very tough. We'll give this one more try. I think this is actually doable. It's just a little difficult. Rest here. Sort of wondering if we can cast the heroism spell before going in. Because that helped a little bit. Yes, we can, so we can save ourselves from having to do that while actually in combat. Okay, let's go in. Here's one of them. Start by casting the energy blast. Let's just start casting the cure wound spell. And now I'm tempted to go for the fireball spell. It does do quite a bit of actual damage. Now I can cast this twice here. We will have to start healing at this point. Fortunately, sort of wish there was a in between the cure light wounds spell basically and the What is essentially the far more powerful spell. We'll use this round on combat. Probably need to regret it later. Actually doing okay now. Probably shouldn't jinx it, but we are. We'll switch to the energy blast since there's only one of them left. Last spell point here. That leaves the cleric and the thief, which is potentially able to actually do damage. Is he gonna go down? It's going to be incredibly tight. He's red already, but we are so close to dying. Yeah. That was sheer dumb luck. Pretty difficult fight, actually. Two poison is here. To cast it a few times here. Quite a few of us are badly poisoned after this bout. Some light here as well. And let's save. Okay, so what was the point of all of this? What is in this room? More of them. One at this moment seems so much easier. The heroism spell is actually pretty good. Cast it again, this time on the paladin. I hope that he's actually able to hit them. We'll do the knight next. Yeah, that helps. Enough spell points, fine. Down he goes. At least we're getting better at this. We don't have enough spell points to cast Cure Poison for everybody. We do have it fixed now. Cast a light as well. If again. Now there's quite a few of these crystals in here. I assume they all give us some abilities. Fortune has smiled upon you. Okay. This is about luck. Let's see where we are with the luck. Now, let's take a quick gander here. 14, 16, 11, 28, 15. 11 seems very low. Let's give the archer a little luck. Yeah, this is a huge boost. It's a 10 boost, so he went from 11 to 21. It's a good boost. It's did we save? I think we did. Let's save again anyway. Figure out what this one does. Yeah. There's another luck-based one. See where the thief was. Potentially, this is good for the thief, bringing him up to something like 38. He's at 28. Yeah, we will do that. I will definitely bring the thief up to a very, very high level. There's a hidden area behind this wall here. Don't think there was here. No. What's here? Enchant item scroll. It's a very valuable spell. All of this fighting, definitely worth it. More of these crystals. What's here? Okay, more accuracy. Let's load. See who needs it most. He already gave some to the archer, who's obviously the prime candidate. We already gave some to the thief as well. The current low member is the paladin. We'll give it to the paladin. He moves from 15 to 25. Significant boost. Again. Oh, there's another crystal as well. Yeah. Okay. This is a personality boost. So let's see who needs the personality boost most at this point. We've already boosted the cleric considerably. He has 35. The paladin only has 15. Let's allow him to have one. He's gone from 15 to 25, so that brings him to a super rating. Makes him decently strong. What about this throne? Oh, this is a riddle. To solve my riddle best, you must visit all the lords in this cavern and collect their clues. Let's see. Then will you be able to determine the magic number, but only if you proceed in an order Lord Word would find agreeable. Okay, start with mine. It's 2 primes less and twice the crystals in this mess. Okay. Know ye the answer to my riddle? Okay. But at this point, my dear sir, we have to count the crystals at some point. So we basically have to find all the crystals and count them. More wisdom. This is probably for the archer at this point. Let's load. Cassior is already at 40 and the archer is at roughly 20. So we'll give this one to the archer. Moving him up to 31. Good boost. There's one left here. Let's save. It's very likely to be endurance. Check the endurance status here. 23, 24, 30, 26, 29 and 23. Potentially the either the cleric or the paladin. No, it's accuracy. Okay, let's go over the accuracy. Pick a worthy character. 18, 25, 29, 25, 12 and 13. Essentially the knight. Increased his accuracy So now all of the characters in the front have gained additional accuracy. That helps. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of empty room. We haven't mapped here in the middle of this. It's a pretty big room actually. Okay, done with this. It here. Let's move on. There's quite a bit more to explore here. This is a huge cavern. Okay, we've come back to the start here. Yeah. Welcome change to find some fairly easy enemies here. Although this is pretty big, it's mostly empty. There isn't actually a lot to do in here. Outside of these secret areas here, there isn't quite. It's probably mirrored as well. Let's rest here and save. Say there's about 100% chance this is another crystal room. And about the same chance that there is this is not the way to the yellow key, says the says the sign on the wall. And, another tip here. I am Lord Speed. This is my clue. Subtract 449 is all you must do. Subtract 449 from Watto. Guess we'll find that out later. And here is another crystal. Endurance seems likely. No. More understanding and wisdom. A lot of understanding and wisdom. Which I suppose we shouldn't be complaining about. Now, where were we? Intelligence is 42 and 31. Next boost should go to the sorcerer, who's now a 47, so this is only a Well, only. It's a 5 boost. In addition to the boost that he's already had. Who's now at 47, which is gigantic. Another hidden room here. Pile of bones. Fiery flail. Okay, this is a clerical spell, potentially a foul one. This is Brother Seta. Quite a journey you must have made to end up before me, but be assured it has not been in vain, for my brother has told me what you seek and I have the answer. This is a powerful hint. Where do we write all of this down here? Here. "99th day, will the portal created by Blackwind Lisa shell on Rainbow Island." Okay, so we know where it is and we know when it is. I hope this will serve you well, but I must now ask you to leave, for there is much that occupies my mind. Add this trinket to the others my brothers gave you, another Quatlo coin. We can use these in the slot machine, which is a funny thing to have in this game, but it's still there. Basically use it to enhance our abilities, which is they're already enhanced quite a bit. This is pretty much a mirror of the previous one. Huge area here. We found the yellow fortress key. Now we have the green, yellow and red key already in the game. It's pretty strong. Some weird object over there. Yeah, yes, that's the gong. And he did tell us about that. Strike the gong to call out more vermin. Set the message. Guess we could do that. Like fighting spiders. Although we might get something slightly more difficult on a spider as well. But we finish killing off the ones that are already here first though. This really is a huge cavern. It's another hidden area. How big is this? Answer that question, it's very big. Absolutely enormous. Here's the other gong on the other side. I wonder if there is a gong on each side of these. Potentially there is. Let's see here. Finish mapping all of this. This is another one of these hidden rooms here. Really should visit it right now. Gosh. Another one of these lovely things. Potentially only one of them. Let's check out our new spell. The fiery flail. See how we do with that. Did pretty well. Only one of them this time around. We found the blue key. We found a lot of keys so far. For every one thing we complete, there are 3 new ones to explore. There's another throne here and another crystal as well. Yes. More personality. Let's give this one to the cleric. We'll bring her to 40 and he will remain at 25. Seems reasonable at this point. Yes. I am Lord Accuracy. This is my clue. At half the number there could be of you. Okay. Fine. Starting to wonder how many of them there are. Potentially, if there are as many of them as there are character traits, there are quite a few of them. This area is already huge. Recharge item. Another very useful spell. This cavern is absolutely filled with very useful items. Another tough to take down wall. The shrine that once filled this room was moved to the land of the gargoyles. Okay. There's a worm there. Apparently only a single one. The added accuracy has already helped us a bit here. That accurate fighters are more likely to be able to hit. Helps quite a bit. Down he goes. It has also helped us to increase the intelligence and the personality of the characters, because it has raised our number of spell points, which is infinitely useful. Now there is at least one more of them here. Down he goes. I will rest again. And save again. Now the two of them are gone. Yeah. Hello there, Arxana. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the raid. Now, if you don't know Arxana, he's a pretty awesome retro streamer. Streams a lot of adventure and RPG and strategy games from various eras, mostly on DOS. Hello there, Ambrosine. Welcome to the stream. We are playing Might and Magic 3 on the Amiga. And we are currently in the Arachnoid Cavern, surrounded by various poisonous things, and are definitely trying to kill us. But we've also had a ton of luck here. There are a lot of bonus areas all over this map. And we've gained a significant number of points for the characters. This particular crystal is going to give us an intelligence bonus, which should probably at this point go to the archer. So let's give it to him. Go from 31 to 36. That's a bonus of 5. That's good. Now there is some sort of puzzle that we have to solve in this dungeon. We're slowly being given clues as to how to solve them. The party found a half for me scroll. What does that do? It's a clerical spell. We'll have to go to the guild when we go to town. Have it explained to us what it actually does. Oh, here's another of these thrones. I am Lord Luck, and this is my clue. Okay, we'll write this clue down. We've already had 2 of them. Add Lord Might's number and multiply by 2. I'm assuming there are as many lords as there are statistics, so potentially there are 7 of them. We've found already 3 of them. Yeah, quite a few puzzles in this variation of the game. There were some puzzles in game number 2 as well, but much fewer and far more difficult. Usually the few that were very difficult. The last puzzle in that game was particularly difficult. Some of these spiders, they are easy enough to kill. What we worry about slightly more are these toxic worms that are in some of these hidden areas in the cavern. They have proven to be quite a bit more difficult. We are slightly poisoned here. Simply cure that. The game has a sort of quick fight system where you can set it to cast certain spells or do certain actions. Combat is fairly quick once you have everything set up properly. This cavern is pretty damn big. Game number 2 and 1, each map was only a maximum of 16 by 16, but in this version of the game that seems to be a much higher number. More spiders. Now, there is an indication in this game when there is a secret door, which was not in the previous game, where you had to constantly be bashing every wall that you found. That is not the case here. You are helped along by this ability to be able to sense danger and sense hidden doors. So you can sort of walk around lazily, knowing that the game will tell you if there's something hidden behind the wall. We are probably at the crossroads here. We will have to go in this direction. Finish this one off. Nothing here. A cure poison scroll, yeah. I think we already learned all of them. Still useful to find the occasional scroll here. Now, just to double check there wasn't something hidden behind here before we go away. Now we got a clue regarding these gongs earlier. We will leave them for now, but apparently you can ring the gong if you want to engage with more vermin. I assume if we ring the gong, we will fill the place with spiders. Necessarily what we want right now. So we'll leave it. Game maps automatically if you have a single cartographer or a character with the cartography skill. Well, that makes it quite a bit easier, and so did, for that matter, game number 2. Pretty much the only saving grace in that game from game number 1. So this is where we go next. No, it's the other direction. Yeah. Finish exploring this little part here first. Probably easy to get lost in this. I'm hoping we don't have to run anywhere within a time limit here later. That would be tough. Now, here's a hidden wall. You can see the little gargoyle or lizard or whatever it is moving here. Probably also means that we're heading for trouble. There's also the occasional hit on the walls here. This one is Beware the Trolls of Castle Bloodrain. Writing all of these hints down in a OneNote document here. Another hidden wall behind here. Another of these thrones and another crystal. Another hint here as well. Many trapdoors lie hidden in Wildabar Cavern. Okay. Now, before approaching the crystal, let's save the game. Because we don't know what benefit is in the crystal, and we want to be absolutely sure that it goes to the correct character in the party. We have no way of knowing until we actually use them. Okay, so this is a personality boost. Let's load the game, see which character is most deserving of a personality boost at this point. Really only the cleric and the paladin that need the personality. Potentially the paladin at this stage. It's a boost of 5, so now the primary cleric has 40 and the paladin has 30. Personality is the main characteristics behind the spell points, so that's welcome. Now this is Lord Endurance, and this is his clue. Count these thrones and add that too. I'm assuming there are 7 of them, but let's see. This is Lord Endurance. I'm wondering if the dungeon wraps around itself. It probably does. Another of these beetles here. Now, this is the first game in the series that actually has ranged combat in the sense that you can actually fire at the monsters before they get to you, and they can shoot at you as well. Another throne here. No one can read the scroll and it crumbles. Okay. Save here before we check out this crystal. Okay, this is more intelligence. Let's load again. Okay, what's the intelligence status here? The mage is at 47 and the archer is at 36. So potentially a mage again. Bringing him up to 52. There's another of these. This is Lord Word, potentially to his mother. I'm Lord Word and this is my clue. Subtract my price and you will be through. And what's his price? $50 gems is the fee I request to teach the skill linguist. Yeah, we will definitely do that. We'll make one character a linguist. Potentially we can then read the scroll. No. Actually cannot. Okay. Fine. Probably the number to subtract is 50, I would guess. Doubt it's more complicated than that. There are 2 thrones in here. Eventually we are reaching the end of this. This is Lord Magic. The floor around Lord Magic's throne is almost knee-deep in water. I am Lord Magic, this is my clue. Subtract the gongs, then multiply by 52. This is going to be a tough puzzle. So many of these clues, you have to piece them all together and count so many things. Lord Magic waves and swirls his hand with dizzying speed and accuracy, producing a tiny dragon that flies down the corridor to the right. Prestigitation is a handicraft or sorceress I can teach you for 500 gems. Yes. Let's have... Okay, we don't have 500 gems more, but at least the sorcerer was able to learn this skill. Lord Prayer sits on his throne, angrily swatting at tiny dragons buzzing around him. I am Lord Prayer, this is my clue. Multiply by the number of gongs to make your answer true. Fine. Cleric's power can be improved greatly through silent meditation. He closes his eyes and a clap of thunder and a short downpour of rain can be heard to the left. Will you donate 500 gems and be granted the title Prayer Master? We don't have 500 gems at this current point in time. Sadly enough, we only have 72. You will have to come back here. In reality, we would probably need 1500 gems because we would want No, we would want everyone, the magical casters, to learn these skills. This is in 23, why 13? At least they're both in the same location. What I will potentially do here is there's a very useful spell in the game called Lloyd's Beacon, which allows you to set a certain point to return to at a later date. So now we will cast a spell with the set option, which means that if we cast it again with the return option, we are put right here again. So we can go to the bank, fetch the gems, and turn back here once we have them. We'll do that probably on the next stream. Should have ended this one a bit ago, but we're in the middle of something here, so not right away. This is, however, a huge dungeon, taking us forever to complete it. If anything, I'm starting to get lost here. In this incredible maze. Good thing we have a map, right? There's another gong. Now, it's weird that we can't read these scrolls. We already have a linguist in the party. Going to try every character here, see if there's something we're actually missing. If there's a skill that we're missing, perhaps there is. At least in the second game, the linguist skill was actually very useful. Hello there, Day Nurture. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, well, we'll see. We are in this Arachnoid Cavern, which has proven to be enormous and has already taken us quite some time. I think, however, we are getting close to have done a full loop here. I have a feeling we've been here. And that this is the first room. This is probably Lord Might. This throne is unoccupied. That's interesting. Why is that? I've already finished this. Why is this? Why is this throne unoccupied? Now, where was the other one here? It's here. It's up here. Where was the throne here? It's right here. Now the question is he talking about the crystals in this particular room, or is he talking about every crystal in the dungeon? There's one here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 crystals in this particular room. Does not mention which prime number it is. So it's definitely not 4. Could also be 1. And it could potentially be 3. If it's none of these, then it's definitely the total number of crystals in all of this, and not just in this particular room. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crystals in this room. There are many more in the rest. I guess we'll walk through the dungeon and count things. This is basically the starting point. So we'll go in the other direction, starting from here. This was the first one, and this one is unoccupied. But there are 2 crystals in here. And then we go on. Hello there, Brother Bill. Welcome to the stream. There's yet another of these throne rooms. Yeah, this is Brother Seta. Suppose he counts. Here is a crystal, so there is one here. Which one of the guys was this? This is Lord Speed. I'm great amphetamine fan. This is the bottom half of this particular dungeon here. And here, as in all the other locations, is a gong. There is one gong. And I suppose at this point in the game, you might as well ring it. Since I'm pretty sure we need to do that. Thunder's rigging floods the halls. No doubt filling the damn halls with beetles. Potentially not really what we're after, but I'm fairly sure we need to do this to complete this anyway. Oops. Another one of these rooms. Here is one crystal more and yet another of these thrones. This Lord Accuracy. There's one crystal in room 4. There are now 10 crystals in total. And one gong that we found so far. Fairly certain there was another gong down here. Yeah, about that. So there are 2 gongs. Let's ring it. On we go here. This is basically just a circle, incredibly convoluted circle, but it's still just a circle. Once you mapped all of it, isn't as scary as it looks. Now there's a crystal here. That's one. Only does appear to be the one though. This was Lord Luck. And what troubles me here is that we have not found Lord Might yet. So potentially he's the one whose throne is still unoccupied. I suppose we will only meet him once we to finish off the rest of the beetles. So there's one crystal here. So now there are a total of 11 crystals in total so far. Let's move further down the dungeon. Okay. Here is another end. So is there a gong somewhere over here? Actually there is, yes. There is another gong over there. Now there are 3 of the gongs. Let's ring this one. Now we've rung 3 of them. I think this is the last one. Actually, I think there are no more of them at this point. Here was yet another one. Here is also one crystal. Which one was this? This is low endurance. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure this is a quick way to level up, but we are actually doing okay in terms of experience. Haven't really been plagued all that much. What is this? This Lord Word. There's a single crystal with him. Potentially a word to his mother as well. What worries me most is that we might have missed one of these secret rooms, although I seriously doubt it. We were very vigilant about that. There's no crystal in this room. I don't think it actually counts, because we've already found all 7. But potentially here are the damn beetles that we've already summoned. And potentially the last of the gongs. What is very different about this game and the second and first game in this series is that in this version of the game it remembers which monsters you've killed and which you have not, so it doesn't automatically respawn everything in the same location again and again and again, which could sometimes get very annoying in the first 2 games. When you were trying to finish something and you kept having to have the same battles over and over and over again. And yet another dead end here. Yeah, okay. We've been here before. I count 4 of these gongs. So now we've basically done a full circle of this mess. Now I want to check if Lord Might is in his throne now that we've actually been able to finish off a gong. No, it's still unoccupied. I have to wonder what would make it occupied at this point. Perhaps we're at a dead end right now because we are missing something. At least we might potentially be able to start. Let's see. Collector clues, we already did that. Then you will be able to determine the magic number, but only if you proceed in an order Lord Word would find agreeable. Start with mine. It's 2 primes less than twice the crystals in this mess. Now, we already counted them. Let's add them together. 6, 2, 1, and 1 are 13. So 2 primes less would be 7. No, we were supposed to multiply it by 2. That's right. So there are in fact 13, but then multiply by 2, that's 26. And 2 primes less. 23 is a prime. So is 19. So effectually 19. Probably. Okay. There are 13 crystals, 2 primes less. Yeah, I know the summertime is leaving, Gleaser. You've stuck around for a long time, dude. You sleep well. I will attempt this puzzle a little bit here. Could potentially be, let's see, 26. 25 is not a prime, neither is 24. 23 is definitely a prime. 22 is not a prime. Neither is 21. 20 is not a prime. 19 is. 2 less. Potentially it's 17. It's really all I can think of here. It could also just be 2 primes less in the sense that you are supposed to deduct the number 2 from it, so it would be 24. It's not correct either. What are we missing here? Back to whether it's just this room or whether it's all of the dungeon. If it's just this room, there are 6 crystals in this particular room, so that would make it 12. 11 is a prime and 7 is a prime, so it would in fact be 7. Oh, that's worth a shot. Or potentially it could also be 5, which is the next prime. Pretty sure we counted the number correctly. There are 7 rooms. Only this room and one other room has more than one of them. This is a trick of some sort. There's something that we're not understanding here. If you proceed in an order Lord Word would find agreeable. What did Lord Word say? And also, where is Lord Might in all of this? Let's go through this again, just in case. Let's count the crystals again as well. There are 6 in here. Of that, there is no doubt. Let's go counterclockwise this time around. And let's also use this time to check if there are any more hidden doors. I don't actually think there are. Let's check anyway. At least not here. This is not a crystal, there's only one crystal here. Now Lord Word wants us to subtract his price. That's 50. I wonder if there are some clues left somewhere. That we need to decipher. There's only one crystal here as well. Count the thrones. It's easy enough to do. Except we haven't actually met Lord Might yet, which is quite weird. Now more beetles. Let's have a little... do a little dance with them here. Potentially there is a group of people at basically every point where we had an encounter with a gong. I'm wondering how many beetles there are for each gong that you ring. Potentially at least 3, so 12 in total in each location. Seems somewhat likely. Those were 16, so 4 for each gong ring, potentially. Ring the gongs any more than we already have at this point. We do need to ring them to continue with the game. I find it very unlikely that we need to ring them more than once. That seems extraordinarily unlikely. Trick here also is to not get lost, which seems quite likely at some point in this game. So far we haven't miscounted any of the crystals. Now this one's set to add Lord Might's number, which we simply do not have. Point. Annoyingly enough. Instead of the beetles, we are fighting the spiders, which is fine. Fight a few of them here. Potentially one of them for each gong ring, so 16 of them in total. Going is slow since we're only really killing one of them at a time, but yeah, making progress though. Aren't terribly difficult. We will need to cast a cure poison spell quite a few times. We're at least 4 poisoned party members right now. Let's see. Probably should rest a little bit here. We gain our spell points and our hit points as well. Been involved in quite a few of these fights. There are more of these spiders. Not done with them at all. We will definitely do better with a fully rested crew. This is definitely a way to gain experience. You can just endlessly hack at the spiders and the beetles. There were 6 more of them now. We already killed 7 of them. So potentially we are done, I assume. And that leaves the mystery of Lord Might as something that needs to be solved. This is Lord Accuracy. There's another one of these. Final one of the gongs. So another encounter. The spiders. Let's finish this off. In case it's something that we need to finish to be able to meet with Lord Might. Actually, we can't solve this puzzle at this stage in the game. Might be something missing to see. That if Lord Might isn't there now, I will continue this next week. It's already 2 AM here. So enough Might and Magic for tonight. We will see if Lord Might is there now that we've essentially killed at least a decent percentage of the vermin here. Although I guess with the gongs you can magically create as many of them as you want. This is not the way to the yellow key. No, it's not. That's Lord Speed. However, there is another throne here. So there are in fact 10 thrones at least. I suppose we have to count them as well. So one of the more confusing things about this puzzle, it isn't entirely clear what it is that we need to count. Do we count the thrones which did not have lords? Do we count the thrones that were empty? How do we approach this? Throne is unoccupied. Rather annoying. Just attempting to cast a levitate spell here. It occurred to me that it might be something that were required. It's not, apparently. There is no one here. Oh, very weird. I hate unsolved puzzles, but I will have to leave this one for now. Return to it next Saturday. I'm going to go, however, over here and save the game in front of this throne here. I'll rest first. Be fully rested, cast a light and save right here. Now let us see here who's actually on. Find someone we can raid. Might not be all that many at this time of night on a Saturday. Duke is still on, but he must be... he's 4 hours in. He's not gonna be playing much longer. Shallan is also still on. He's been at it for 5.5 hours. He's definitely not going to stay on much longer. Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Any preference to someone to raid, guys? Feel free to make suggestions at this point. Yeah, that's fine, Dane. Thanks for coming, Toot. We'll continue with this next week anyway. Yeah. Yeah, later, Longshanks. Thanks for coming. Let's see. I think I know where we'll go. It's a very unlikely stream to hit, but we'll go there anyway. It's a very calming stream. You can listen to the calming voice of the streamer and fall asleep, which probably sounds like a good idea to most of you at this point. So, set up the raid. I'll skip to the extra. Thanks for coming, guys. Sleep well. Good night.